because you have, of course, multiple other teams that have been through successes, and we'll start it off with this service from the Dominican Republic. Marte Frica, 25 years old, best setter in the FIVB World Cup. Going for that easy over. That was number 12, Leva. Shout for her. They reversed that. That block went wide out of Rivera's hands right there, with Peru scoring, drawing first blood through the efforts of Rueda. Carla Rueda, the 26-year-old player from Club Deportivo Jimenez, has played in 6 World Cups, and here's the service coming now from Uribe. Bit of hesitation on the part of Martinez, but she's all good. And that went wild right there, though Priscilla Rivera thought otherwise. Peru given their second point here in this opening set. I'm Patricia Hizon, absolutely thrilled to be bringing you the action. That was Rueda once again from that service area. They reversed that once. Again, they go back to the veteran. Rivera, at 31 years old, the MVP of the 2010 Pan American Cup. This time allowing the Dominican Republic to score and break into that scoring column. They reversed that. Rueda earlier with that attack. They're going to go to Martinez for a soft over, right over those blockers. Combination of Ichescas and Leva. We're tied at 2. Dominicana for the service. And that goes wide right here, hitting it out of town for Rivera. We're going to see the wing spiker, Carla Rueda, 26 years old, 11th in terms of blocking. But she didn't even have an opportunity to get in position right there with the attack. Coming from the left side, that's number 16, Peña. We're tied at 3. This is to break the ice. No touch, that's gonna go wide. There was a touch. Check that, and that's another opportunity here for Peru to get some breathing space, extend the lead over a team who are meeting for the first time at a World Olympic qualifying tournament. Those booming attacks just going wide right there. Peña Isabel with that last attack attempt coming from the Dominican Republic. Great service. Martinez, block. They're gonna have to send that over. They reverse it back to Martinez, putting it down, ball still alive. Opportunity with this free ball. Oh, good recovery right there by the Peruvians. Frias. Peña Isabel. Shaking off the early errors, and a good setup job right there for Peña Isabel by Marte Frica. One of the numerous brilliant sets I'm sure that we'll be seeing from Marte. Martinez, service earlier. Frias. Good recovery on the side of the Dominican Republic, and that goes through the defense. Wonderful arm swing right there by Frias. Finding a hole. Burning the defense there. 6-4 now in favor of Peru. That block went wild. And I could see how this will become a seesaw battle between these two squads right here. Peru and Dominican Republic most recently met at the 2015 World Cup. Dominican Republic won that though, 3-1. Let's see how Peru will recover from that. They're up by 2 with that service error from the Dominican Republic side. The last time that Peru won over the Dominican Republic at a world level tournament was at the 2007 Pan American Games. And it was, I hear, was a 5-setter thriller. Rivera, credit her for making the receiving end scramble, and credit her for that last attack, scoring off with the block right here, keeping it close, just a 1-point game. Gineri Martinez for that service, 18-year-old, very young, promising player, great middle blocker. But that time, the Dominican Republic didn't need her services, her prowess in that instance. We're tied at 7. Here's to break it. He'll set this, and that was a block against Rueda. Quick on 2 right there, Uribe putting it away. And that's the first technical timeout. Peru up ahead, but just slightly. It's an 8-7 advantage for the squad of Coach Maraciulo.
Quando vai contra-ataque, siga la central, deja esa 1 contra 1, no importa, pero la central no puede estar.
Ele não vai tacar ali no balão para cobertura, mas sabe que vai ter uma hora um bloqueio aí, eu quero cobertura, hein? Recuperação de balão, temos que recuperar para sair atacando. Fizemos 3 defesas num rally e não atacamos bem, ok? Isso é a diferença, podia estar 3 pontos adelante, ok? Concentra o saque e vamos à hora. Armador adelante, não passa a corra na paralela. Orro na defesa, orro na colocada. Zagueiro, calma, ok? Ela equivoca, vamos meter mano na malha. Quem não bloquear, cobre. Ok? Sempre com a cabeça no vento, hein? Vai. Dobre a linha, pegando bem. Passa a paralela agora.
A lot of details, a lot of instructions from the veteran coach who replaced Natalia Malaga as coach of Peru's women's team back in January 2015. He's looking to make an impact in his first full year as coach of Peru. Peru to serve. This is Frias on the line, the 18-year-old star. They reverse it. And that's going to go for Peru. Miscalculated there by Vargas Valdez. Frias back on the line. She was the best outside spiker and best receiver at the 2015 Under-20 Latina Championships. Oh, but this side's gonna go back. Another unfortunate turn of events right here for the veteran Valdez. Beautiful hits right there from the service area. Rivera changing the speed right there. Over the blockers. Leyva wasn't going to get it that time. Ball still live. They'll set this up. Rueda will get a go at it. Again, they reverse it to Rueda. Ah, good decision. Let's take a look at how Munoz reversed that to Rueda over the defense of the very frustrated Rivera.
Oi, ela atacou a primeira vez, cobrimos,
Y ahí quiere ponerse a jugar. Al final de cuando se ponga pinta ella, quiere jugar. Es el principio que se juega. Ey, vamos. ¿Quiere que se confirme el juego? Ey, estamos todos tiempo no hacemos nada. Vamos.
Agitated and concerned, Coach Marcos Quick, hoping that this squad will be able to shake off this this start that is not as they had hoped it would be. They are down against a team whom they defeated the last time they met, which is at the 2015 World Cup, and they're gonna let that shot go wide. The setter, Marte Frica. And that went out of town also by the middle blocker, Uribe. And slowly, what Coach Marcos Quick said in that timeout is working. They're gonna have to send this to Martinez. Great over. She done it. Coming from that right side, she decides to use her height to the hilt, went over the defenders, scoring anew for their side. Let's see how they respond. Talking about Peru. They set this to Rivera. Wow. Wow. Absolutely impressive coming from Angela Leva. She was one of those players when all the coaches were hesitant to single out a player that they would name who would be one to watch out for. The coach from Peru was not shy to say that Leva is one of them that you have to watch out for, and slowly she's showing that. Martinez is also one of those, obviously, who continues to make a good account of herself. Brealyn Martinez, 19 years old, standing at 201 centimeters down that sideline. Rivera on the line. It's just a one-point game that they had to crawl themselves out of, and now it's this. They set this for Peña Isabel. Oh, those blocks. Martinez and Valdez, absolutely difficult to contend with when they're on that spot in that phase of the battle. We're tied at 12 with the veteran Rivera. Good up. Opportunity here for Peru. They're gonna get it from that wing. Those blockers again. And that's gonna be side score for the Dominican Republic, who now takes the driver's seat. And Peru will be quickly calling a timeout as they had just let that lead slip away.
Pode perder a vantagem rápido não. A hora é pensar no câmbio. O saque da Rivera tá fácil. Vamos mexer, ok? Tem que jogar para trás de B, a corra. E entra corpo com tudo puxando, ok? Determinação. E repete a segunda. Se ela não meter no chão a primeira, vai a corpo a segunda, ok? Vambora.
Dou três.
Recibo na mão, hein? Vambora.
Our good coach from Peru, Coach Marasiulo, says that this team is very young. The team's average age is 22 years old, making them one of the youngest teams in the tournament with an average height of 178 meters. That's 5 feet 10 inches. They're up against a squad who averages 24 years in age and is a much taller squad with an average of 6 feet and 1, and of course owning a lot of that height stat and comparison would be Valdez and Martinez, but that time they got the better of the front line coming from Ichescas. They're gonna have to chase after this. Peña Isabel with that great shot. Beautifully handled. And she recognized there's a big open spot right there, took advantage, and that gives the Dominican Republic once again that 14-13 lead. There was a touch, but this is gonna go on the side of Peru, and they don't seem to need to contest this. Dominican Republic will just have to get ready. Clearly, that was a touch, and that ripped through the fingertips coming from Leyva of Martinez. Martinez, her turn to be blocked. Couldn't handle that this time. That's Martinez. Good blocking right there coming from Ichescas. Wow. Though that was well covered, that ball went out, and great job there by Peña Isabel. Keeping this game absolutely tight. It's been a seesaw battle between the Dominican Republic and Peru, each hoping to break into the win column. Frustration as Peru heads to that second technical timeout of the first set with just a single-point lead.
Qualquer zagueiro, quem não bloqueia, cobrir, que ela coloca muito, ok? Legar inteira no doble AK, inteira no doble AK, hein? E paralela, fria, você tá ali, mano, ei? Depois tá jogando, Munhoz, tá com a armadora, hein? Tá com a armadora, não quero tá com loucura que ela tá com a armadora. Vambora, vai.
In our first technical timeout, Peru led 8-7, and then they once again head back from the second technical timeout with a 1-point lead. Ichescas, a lot will be in the hands of their great middle blocker, Ichescas, but of course, you want to also rely on Rueda, who's 11th in blocks as well. They really got to try to deliver the goods. Uribe, you're looking at her. She's going to be one of those reliables that Coach Marasiulo will really need to get a lot of help from. Good attempt from Rueda earlier, but here's Martinez. Good up, coming from Leyva. But that was wild. And as we take a look at that again, she hit the side terribly, hitting the A boards there with her knee. Let's take a look at what transpired. It is that left foot that went on that electronic board. And you can imagine the kind of pain she must be feeling. This team right here, Peru, tied at 16, and as they attend to her, and we're hoping that everything is fine for Maguilaura Frias. Great effort, by the way, on her end to try to chase that ball down. For Peru, they have scored 8 in attacks. And she gets the applause right here. One of the 8 belong to Frias. She's an important aspect of this squad as she walks back, shaking it off, not even to the bench. She's a warrior. And hopefully that can help this team put themselves together, be inspired, be lifted by what they're seeing here on the floor. Look at that. Beautiful set from that back row. Leva straight down the middle to Peña Isabel. Munoz to serve. That was Almeida cheering on the squad right here. We talked about inspiration. They need to get it together. They try to score off of that play from Frias. They're going back to Frias. And Frias scores. Moments ago, she was reeling in pain, having awkwardly stepped on our electronic boards. But Frias, through the defenders, was able to score and make that defense scramble, giving Peru a lift 18/16. Such a beautiful, moving sport, really. It's at the end of it, it's all about how you overcome the challenges. And speaking of overcoming, Martinez, the middle blocker, making a great account of herself. The other Martinez going down the middle. Defense misread that. Binet coming in for the young Hineri Martinez. Ana Yorkira Binet, the outside hitter. She plays for the Samana club. Great volleyball that we're seeing here as Peru continues to pull away. It hasn't been that easy. It's taken a lot for them. And I bet Dominican Republic will be chasing them right back. Service from Frias. Quick right there to Valdez. Return, ball still live. Rivera, opportunity to score. They'll set it for number 12, although there was a touch on the net. Error on the part of Angela Leva. 1-point ball game as Arias will be replacing Valdez. With Arias on the floor, this 24-year-old playing for San Cristobal as the best middle blocker in the Pan American Games. They'll probably get to have more of those. She scores the 19th on cue. Marte, the setter. Wow. Great recognition, the outside hitter, Angela Leva. Does it once again. She was the MVP in the 2014 Women's Under-22 South American Championships, the best outside hitter, 2015 Women's South American Volleyball Championships, and the best opposite as well. And look at her go. This time that block attack off of the hit of Rivera, Angela Leva. The 19-year-old wing spiker, one of the top players, an all-around player, and she's showing that, forcing Dominican Republic to call for a timeout. The Dominican Republic is not so far behind on the attack department, but it is in the block department where they have dominated. And here they've had the services of Brealyn Martinez there, and even Arias helping out in a recent play. Let's see how they'll manage now with Peru up by 2. They go down to Martinez, and why not? Off of that left side, they score anew and make it a 1-point game. Rivera to try to tie this. How many were there? 1, 2, 3. That didn't matter. She didn't back away from that kind of challenge. Look at Leyva, off speed shot over the tall defenders, and even put Peña Isabel in the mix. Peru needing only 3 to win this tough first set. Rueda's now just having fun. 26 years old. Her confidence continues to soar along with the rest of this team as they are within striking distance of getting this first set win, which would be their first set victory here in this tournament. And it's good to have that. Builds up your confidence a lot. The way they handled also that attempt coming from Martinez was good. This time, the blockers from the Dominican Republic making sure they put that away. Martinez and Arias. The other Martinez back replacing Binet as Arias is on the line. Service error making Peru now enjoy another point. And now set point against Coach Marcos Quick of the Dominican Republic. Peru, a golden opportunity here. Let's see if they'll able to complete it in this play. Crucial now for Martinez. She puts it away down the line all the way to the back. They need to crawl back. Play's been called. Brealyn. Oh, and it's wide. Unfortunately, that gives Peru the win in this set, their first set victory in this tournament that we have right here. This is the World Olympic Qualification Tournament, and Peru, after suffering in 3 straight sets against host team Japan just last night, finally gets one, finally over that hurdle. Let's see, that hurdle rather. Let's see how they will handle the response of the Dominican Republic. Dominica has not won this tournament, but they did have a close battle against Thailand, making them, giving them a really tough fight.